Hey, so since I posted my curly girl journey and the products that I use, I had someone ask me how I clip my roots when I'm drying my hair to get volume. So I'm going to show you guys that. I have two different kinds of clips. This one is my favorite one to use, the double prong one, the short ones. I got these at Sally's. Diva Curl has some. You can probably get them other places as well. And then I have some of these longer ones that I got. You can see the difference. I got these at Walmart, I think. I use these for two different things. First of all, when I'm starting to dry my hair or getting ready to clip, I will go in and use these just to lift the hair off of my head so that I get it unstuck because it's wet. And if it dries stuck to your head, then you won't get your volume that you want. And you guys are going to see all my grays. I have secret gray spray that I spray on it when I'm finished to hide all of that in between visits to the salon. But to actually clip them, I use the little ones the most. And there are several different techniques you can do with the little clips. My favorite one is just going in and clipping it up. I'll show you exactly how I do it. One that I use sometimes if I need a lot of volume, and I'll use it more in the back because the back tends to be flatter than the top, is to put them in and crisscross them. However, I have a harder time getting these out without causing a mess in my hair. But I'll show you how to do one like that, and then I'll show you how I typically do the rest of them. So if you're going to do the crisscross method, you just pick up pieces of hair with each clip and slide them together. And they will hold. My preferred method, though, is to just kind of lift my hair. You can see where I've got some of the curls in there. I lift the hair. And I just take my clip and slide it right in. See, I feel like I've got more lift on that one even than these here in the back. Now, if it stays like that during the drying, that's when crisscrossing them helps. Because I use my diffuser. I'm not going to turn it on because it's loud, but I'll still use my diffuser. I'll go in and go all the way up to my clips with my diffuser while it's clipped. And that's going to dry it at the roots as well. But I basically do that all over my whole head. Another trick is I typically part my hair here on this side, but when I dry my hair, I dry it more in the middle so that the part is going to dry like this, but when I part it, it's going to give it more volume on my part, if that makes sense. So I just kind of see where my natural curls are going to lift, and I just slide my clips in. And it's going to look a crazy mess, and I may or may not have gone through the drive-thru with my clips in before, because I like to wait until it's completely dry before I take them out so that I make sure my volume is going to stay. Sometimes it depends on how the front lays. Because I do part it differently, I may position a few pieces differently so it dries. Because I almost have a little bit of a cowlick in the front, which is kind of why I part my hair where I do anyways. You can see different pieces like to do their own thing. And that's kind of, with curly hair, sometimes you just kind of have to go with it and let some of them do what they want to do, because fighting it's not worth it. I'll show you the other thing I use my long ones for in just a second. So I have 10 of the small ones, and I just place them all in. You can also go right along the scalp and get some lift, but I feel like sometimes I don't get as much lift with that technique. Oh, see, I get it stuck too. So I like to lift it a little bit myself and kind of angle it in. My back can get pretty flat, so a lot of times I'll gather pieces in the back and clip them as well. And that one I kind of do more straight up. So then I use a few of my long ones. I just go in along the sides and I clip them in. I just do it straight on my scalp just to lift the sides up a little bit more as I'm drying. And it depends. If I have time to not have to dry it with a diffuser, my hair gets less frizzy if I can let it air dry. So sometimes, like if I had this piece falling in my face, I would even take a clip and just kind of like secure that right there. But I'm getting ready to use the diffuser, so it's going to be all over the place anyways. So I'm not going to do that. I'll slide this one in right there. So you see how it pulls it up off my scalp so that when I dry it, it's going to stay. And then when I finish, I'll remove my clips. I use a little bit of Righteous Roots hair oil. I rub it in my palms and I scrunch everything out and it makes it fluffy. So that is how I clip my hair for volume. And like I said, I'm not going to cut my dryer on, but I'll just take my dryer now and I literally still go all the way up to my scalp over top of my clips and dry it all. So I hope that's helpful. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm still figuring a lot of this out myself, but I always like to help anybody else out that is trying to make the best of what we've got. All right, see you guys.